and welcome to For You. My name is Reese.
I'm Kat.
And today we're talking about something quite romantic.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I heard we were talking about something scary.
Well, actually, today's article is both romantic and kind of scary towards the end. But the name of the article is Honeymoon Horror.
That makes sense because honeymoons are romantic and horror things are scary.
Scary, like ghosts and boogies and stuff.
Ooh.
We'll talk a bit more about what a honeymoon is later, but first, let's talk about vacations and where we like to go.
Because honeymoons have to do with vacations. So honeymoon destinations, I think of the Caribbean, like islands between South America and North America, or maybe Southeast Asia, like Thailand, or maybe, I don't know, where else?
I think when I go on vacation, I love to do things that are adventurous. So like climbing and diving and swimming, this kind of stuff. So I think Southeast Asia would also be a good place for me. And to go with a partner would be a nice romantic experience.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I have discussed going to Laos before.
Wow.
They have zip lining, they have like jungle adventures. It sounds really fun.
Yeah, I think I would go to maybe the Philippines. It's really good for scuba diving. You can go really deep and see some cool fish.
Like whale sharks.
Oh, amazing.
Cool. So, I mean, honeymoons sound like they're all about vacation, right?
They are. It's. I think we'll talk about what a honeymoon is exactly inside the article, so let's not spoil it.
All right, so let's go to the article and find out what we are talking about today.
Reading. Honeymoon horror.
Excuse me, could we have more details about the Brazil vacation package? Brazil looks like the perfect location for our honeymoon.
Of course! Let me get you a brochure. This trip costs $56,000 NT. The price includes 7 nights in a hotel, round-trip flight tickets, and free meals.
Oh, that sounds amazing! Although it's a little above our price range. Do you have anything cheaper?
Well, because you just got married, I'll give you a special deal. I'll lower the price to $50,000 NT for 2 people, and I'll throw in a free tour of Rio de Janeiro.
Ming and Mei Mei buy the trip. Months later, COVID-19 breaks out, and the couple are concerned about their vacation. Ming calls the travel agent.
Good morning. I'm calling about a vacation to Brazil I booked with you a while ago. We're supposed to leave in 2 months. Is it still safe to go?
I'm afraid I can't give you a solid answer. We are waiting for travel advice from the government. I think you should call us back closer to the date of your trip.
Okay, so let's get into today's article. It starts with our first character, whose name is Ming. And Ming says, "Excuse me, could we have more details about the Brazil vacation package?"
So it sounds like he's talking to somebody.
Yes, maybe he's talking to somebody who is likely to have information about a vacation.
I see. Okay, so then what about this Brazil vacation package thing?
Maybe he is looking to go to Brazil, which is a country in South America.
Go to Brazil!
And a package. Well, a package is kind of like loads of things put together. So a holiday package maybe is a kind of holiday where everything is arranged for you.
Got it. Yeah, that's very convenient for travel.
Yes.
For sure.
Although I don't like those kinds of holidays very much.
It depends. It depends on the goal. Anyway, so Ming goes on to say, Brazil looks like the perfect location for our honeymoon. Yeah, for sure. And it would be a great location for a honeymoon, wouldn't it? But what's a location and what on earth is a honeymoon?
Okay, well, let's talk about some of those words. Let's talk about location. As we say, there's a TV show in the UK called Location, 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 which is
also a famous movie line. Location, location, location.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a very famous phrase, and it's because this word is very important, and it's all about places and where you're going. So location is a noun, and quite simply, a location is a specific place or position. So me asking somebody, what is your location, is the same as me asking, where are you? So your current location is the place you are right now. So our current location is the basement of the For You filming studios.
Ooh, we have a studio.
We do. It's very fancy. We can also use the verb form of location, locate. So to locate something means to find exactly where something is. We can use the verb in another way too. To be located in a place means you are there. That's the place you or a thing exists. Taipei 101 is located in Xinyi District.
That is true. All right.
So an example sentence using location would be, my rich uncle found a better location to build his new house in.
Oh, okay.
So, that's location. What's a honeymoon, Kat?
Well, we're going to find out right after the cut, but finally we get to talk about honeymoon. Let's find out what it is. All right, now we're learning what this honeymoon thing is that we've seen in the title. A honeymoon is spelled just like it sounds. It's honey and moon put together. It means a vacation or travel plan for people who've just gotten married. So as Ming mentioned, they said that they've just gotten married. After the wedding, you usually leave and go somewhere relaxing, far away for a little while, maybe a week or two, up to a month. And that's why they mention moon. A honeymoon is, honey is very sweet. A moon is about a month, like between the new moon. So they think of it like a sweet month after getting married. And that's might be one of the stories behind where this word comes from, this honeymoon. So it's like a very sweet vacation between newly married people.
Sounds very sweet.
Yes, very sweet, very lovely, very romantic.
I hope I can have a honeymoon one day.
I'm sure you can. All right, so now Ming is talking to this person saying they want to have a honeymoon to Brazil. Presumably Ming is with his partner. So the person he's talking to is this agent. And the agent says, of course, let me get you a brochure. This trip costs 56,000 NT dollars. That's pretty expensive, but it's okay. If it's like a really nice trip, I think that's a pretty good amount.
Yeah, Brazil's very far away as well.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so what do we mean by an agent? If we're talking about an agent, this is a person who does a job while acting on or behalf of another person or organization. So example, a federal agent. This is an agent for the government. They work facing citizens or like maybe making arrests for the government, on behalf of the government. A talent agent represents singers and actors that they work for and trying to get them jobs. A travel agent, which is what this person is, works between the travelers and the places they want to go. So they will arrange everything for the traveler and arrange everything for like the hotels and stuff too.
Okay, so agent is kind of like the person in the middle.
Yes, the middleman.
The middleman or middlewoman.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there was another word here as well, which was brochure or brochure.
Brochure.
Yeah, you can say it either way. Another easy word, brochure, is a noun, and a brochure is a small piece of paper or card, sometimes folded into a little book, and it gives you information about something, usually something that you can buy. So a brochure is a kind of advertisement and a way for a company to let you know more about their product and maybe even give you some kind of special discount, a cheaper price.
Right.
A brochure could also tell you information about something important, like the government could give a brochure about health.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so what is included in this brochure? Well, the agent tells us the price includes 7 nights in a hotel, round-trip flight tickets, and free meals. Okay, for all that, I would say 56,000 is a pretty good price.
That's pretty good, because I mean, the flights alone would cost a lot of money.
Exactly.
Going to Brazil and back for 2 people, remember? So the agent is telling us about this vacation package. It's called a package, as we mentioned earlier, because there are so many things inside this deal.
Yeah, hotel, food, flights. Yeah. There you go.
Well, the article continues with Mei Mei, who I think we can assume is Ming's girlfriend, or probably now
his wife.
His wife.
Yeah, they've just gotten married.
She says, "Oh, that sounds amazing, although it's a little above our price range." Okay, so above their price range, that means that she thinks it's too expensive?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And maybe this is 56,000 per person.
Yeah.
In which case, I can understand why she'd say that's expensive.
That sounds more likely.
But it does sound amazing, doesn't it?
It does sound good. Brazil. Well, Mei did say that the vacation sounds amazing, and amazing is a wonderful adjective that we should talk about. Amazing is a word that describes nouns, it's an adjective, and it's describing things that are surprising and unbelievable, but in a good way.
Wow.
Yeah, like wow.
Yeah.
So sometimes we use the word a little too much. We might exaggerate by saying something like, this sandwich is amazing. That just means it's a really good sandwich.
Yeah.
But really, something that is amazing should be unexpected. Such a good surprise that you didn't see it coming and it left you feeling amazed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So an example sentence with amazing could be, the show last night was amazing. I didn't know that Danny was such a good actor.
Ooh, so Danny must be very surprisingly good.
Yeah, maybe they thought he wouldn't be good, but he was.
Oh, so we have a second word in this sentence, which is range. So let's go find out what that means. Now, the second word in this sentence that we see is range, as in a price range. Now, a range is an area between two extremes, usually between two numbers. If you say a price range, that means it's something that can go from this lower price to this higher price, but not more. So Mei is saying $56,000 is above their price range. So maybe they wanted something like $50,000 or less. That might mean that they feel like they should be lower. So that's an example of range. You could also talk about range in terms of how far you're going or even your age. So for an example sentence, the age range for students who can attend this camp is 5 to 12 years old. So that means any students who are 5 to 12 years old in that range can go to this camp. All right, so yeah, they think that $56,000 is a little expensive for their honeymoon.
Out of their range.
Yeah, even though I think it's a great deal. But anyway, the article says, well, Mei says, do you have anything cheaper?
Okay, so she's asking directly, is there
Yeah.
anything that is less expensive than $56,000?
We're poor.
Well, maybe.
Or this is not in their budget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone has different budgets.
Yeah.
Well, the article continues with the agent, and the agent says, well, because you just got married, I'll give you a special deal.
Ooh, that's nice of him.
Yeah, well, if you ask, you get. I
Exactly,
suppose.
exactly.
They could have just said yes.
The worst that can happen is he'll say no.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, the agent says, I'll lower the price to 50,000 NT dollars for 2 people. That's amazing, honestly.
Very cheap.
And I'll throw in a free tour of Rio de Janeiro. Wow.
So not only has he lowered the price, he's also given them an extra thing.
This is what we call sweetening the deal.
Yes.
It's a very good sales tactic.
Yeah.
So what he's done is thrown in something. Now, when you say you throw in something, it means you give somebody a thing as an extra perk or a benefit, kind of like service or sabisu items at a shop. Like if you go and buy something and the cashier gives you a free little packet of face wash or something like that. That's often, it's something they throw in. If you buy this larger thing, we'll throw in a smaller thing and make it a little bit better. And then what are they throwing in? A tour of Rio de Janeiro. Wow. So it's the second largest city in Brazil, and it is the former capital of Brazil. It's also the biggest tourist destination in Brazil. Lots and lots of tourists like to go there. It's known for having beautiful nature. It's close to the Amazon rainforest, great beaches, and amazing local culture and food.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that Rio de Janeiro is still the capital, but
It's not.
if I can flex my knowledge muscles, I think the capital is Brasilia.
You are right, and it was actually built to be the capital. Yeah.
Strange history. Well, the article continues, and the article now tells us something. It tells us that Ming and Mei buy the trip.
Hurrah.
That's good. Months later, COVID-19, our old friend, breaks out.
Old enemy.
And the couple are concerned about their vacation.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so COVID is back. The effects of COVID-19 seem to have no end.
Yeah.
By the way, when we say something like COVID-19 breaks out, the phrase breaks out in this context means to start or spread suddenly.
Right.
So we often use this phrase to talk about diseases that spread very quickly to many people, or to talk about something terrible like a war or a riot that starts very suddenly. So, for example, a fight broke out in the classroom between two of the bigger boys.
Oh dear. So I guess this is probably going to affect their travel plans a lot.
Yes.
All right.
It might even mean that their trip is cancelled, but we will find out. But before we do, we have another word to talk about, and it's the word couple. So what about this word couple? Well, it's another easy word. Couple is a noun, and a couple specifically means two things, as in there are two things. We can use this word in a couple of different ways. We can use it like I did just then, to say that there are two things. For example, I have a couple of tickets to the movies. That means I have 2 tickets. Or I could say, I need a couple more minutes to finish my homework. I need 2 more minutes, or around 2 minutes to finish my homework. But in the context of the article, the word couple has a slightly different meaning. Here, the couple the article talks about is Ming and Mei Mei. They are a couple. They are 2 people who are together. And the word couple tells us that they are probably boyfriend and girlfriend, or husband and wife. So couple can mean 2 things. It can mean 2 people who love each other, or it can mean 2 things. So an example sentence using couple could be, the couple decided to start living together in May, 6 months after they started dating.
So yeah, the COVID-19 has broken out, hasn't stopped since. And Brazil is, of course, one of the worst hit countries right now. Yeah, it's really terrible. And they're very concerned. So concerned here is an adjective that means just worried. The adjective comes from the noun concern. A concern is something you worry about, or something you want to have answered. When you have a concern, there's something heavy on your mind and you want to know how it can be solved. It's usually not like a really big immediate worry though. Concerns are not extremely urgent, but they still need to be taken care of. If someone tells you they have a concern or they are concerned, it means there's something on their mind that worries them. So for an example, somebody could say, I'm a little concerned about Kevin's grades. It means like, we don't need to fix them right this minute, but we need to fix them. I'm a little concerned about Kevin's grades. Maybe he needs a little extra help in school.
Okay, so if a concern is something maybe that is not immediate, an immediate concern would be like an emergency.
Exactly,
Right, okay.
An emergency. Yeah. This is not an emergency.
No, this is not. Yeah. Well, the article continues here, and it tells us that Ming calls the travel agent. And then Ming says, so this is much later on, Ming says, good morning. I'm calling about a vacation to Brazil I booked with you a while ago.
Oh, okay. So what does he want to ask?
Well,
we're supposed to leave in 2 months. Is it still safe to go?
Yeah. So he's asking on the telephone to the agent, is it still safe to go to Brazil because of COVID-19? He's not sure what the situation is going to be.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to leave in 2 months, but they're not sure if it's going to happen. But let's talk about the phrase supposed to here. So if you are supposed to do something, that means it's something that should happen.
Yeah.
If we talk about the future, we can describe something we think will happen. For example, it is supposed to rain tomorrow. When the phrase is used in contexts such as the one in the article, it's often because the person speaking thinks the thing that should happen might not happen or did not happen. Maybe they'll go on to talk about why. So another example, if I said something like, I was supposed to clean my bedroom yesterday, you can probably assume that I didn't do it. My mum will be pretty mad.
Yeah, she would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the agent has an answer, but not a great one. So he says or she says, I'm afraid I can't give you a solid answer. We are waiting for travel advice from the government. So he says like, yeah, I mean, I can't really tell you one thing for sure because we're waiting for advice. Now, advice here is a noun that means words about what somebody should do or what is the best way to go forward. People might give you advice if you ask them, what should I do about this problem? If you have a concern, you will ask for advice. This is advising, which is a verb which you spell with an S. You spell the noun with a C-E. So advice, C-E, advise, S-E. Advice from people is usually about life or small things, but advice from the government means you really, really should think carefully and follow it like it's a rule because it's an official recommendation. So, an example sentence for advice. I'm not sleeping well these days, so I think I need to get some advice from a doctor about what to do. So I'll ask the doctor, I need to sleep better. What can I do? Tell me how to sleep better.
Yeah. If you're having troubles, you can look to your friends or your family or your teachers for advice on what you can do. Okay, so the article continues, and the agent says, I think you should call us back closer to the date of your trip.
So there are no answers.
No, I mean...
Just like with everything else around COVID.
Yeah, you know, things change every day, and the agent doesn't have an answer just now, but maybe in the next day we'll find out if this trip is going to happen.
Yeah. All right, so that's all we've got for day one. Of course, we have to continue because the agent says that they should call back. They're going to find out what they should do. So meanwhile, let's just go to our For You chat.
For You chat.
All right, so our For You chat question for today is a really fun one to think about. What is your ideal vacation?
I just love
Perfect vacation.
Planning my vacation. Actually, in the UK, we usually use the word holiday instead of vacation.
That's true.
But it's the same thing. I love planning vacations. I love going on vacations. I think my ideal vacation might be a trip to Japan.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went to Japan last year for a month on my own, and it was amazing. I did all the things I wanted to do.
Where did you go?
I went mostly to the main island. I forgot the name.
Honshu.
That one.
Yeah.
And I went to all the bigger cities like Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka and Nara and Nagoya.
Wow,
And
you went everywhere.
I really did. And I went into the mountains and went to the hot springs and I ate all the ramen. And it was so good. And my ideal vacation would to go back to Japan and visit the places I didn't visit, like Kyushu.
Yeah,
and
Hokkaido.
Hokkaido.
I want to
and
go to
Sapporo
Hokkaido.
and so many places to go to.
Oh, that's awesome.
What about yours?
I think, well, I mean, I could plan a trip like that, but I've already taken one which I think was pretty ideal. I went to Italy with my mom. And we started in Rome. We went to Tuscany, so we went through several towns in Tuscany, which is like a region that's really famous for wine and food and beautiful, beautiful green hills and little houses. So it was super, super fun. And of course, we stayed in like really nice places. We ate great food, lots of pasta, of course, and had a really good time. And we even saw Lauryn Hill live.
I don't know who that is.
She's from the Fugees.
Oh, cool. I know the Fugees.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
she was touring and she went to Lucca for a summer festival.
Wow. How nice to be able to travel with your mum. That's
Yeah,
really nice.
it was awesome. Yeah, we had a great time and I'd love to do something like that again.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's all the time we've got for today.
Yeah. You guys can think about this question too. You know, if you could plan your own vacation, I'm assuming probably your parents plan your vacations for you, but if you could plan it yourself.
Think about your trip you could take with your friends.
Yeah, where would you go, what would you do, and why would that place be the place that you choose?
So for you, we're going to sign off and see you for day 2. I'm Kat.
I'm Reese.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Honeymoon horror.
Excuse me, could we have more details about the Brazil vacation package? Brazil looks like the perfect location for our honeymoon.
Of course. Let me get you a brochure. This trip costs 56,000 NT dollars. The price includes 7 nights in a hotel, round-trip flight tickets, and free meals.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Although it's a little above our price range. Do you have anything cheaper?
Well, because you just got married, I'll give you a special deal. I'll lower the price to 50,000 NT dollars for 2 people, and I'll throw in a free tour of Rio de Janeiro.
Ming and Mei Mei buy the trip. Months later, COVID-19 breaks out, and the couple are concerned about their vacation. Ming calls the travel agent.
Good morning. I'm calling about a vacation to Brazil I booked with you a while ago. We're supposed to leave in 2 months. Is it still safe to go?
I'm afraid I can't give you a solid answer. We are waiting for travel advice from the government. I think you should call us back closer to the date of your trip.
Vocabulary Review.
Location. The restaurant is in a beautiful location near a big park. Amazing. I saw an amazing movie yesterday. I think you'll really love it too. Range. The coach designed a swimming class that's suitable for children in the range of 6 to 12 years old. Couple. Paul and Linda are a couple who have been dating for the past 2 months. Concerned. All the neighbors are concerned about the rise in crime in their area. Advice. My parents gave me some advice about managing my money, and I think I should take it seriously.
智慧小补帖
Honeymoon. Agent. Brochure.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是www.english4u.net www.english4u.net